What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Thursday, October 20th, and today we're going to be talking about Vandals. It's an NFT collection that's been on my radar for actually a couple months now, and I've been observing from afar what they've been doing and what they've been building. So in this video, I'm just going to share with you my perspective around this collection and where it could possibly go. Now, what I want to advise is that this is not financial advice. This is just my own opinion and for your entertainment. So please do your own research before investing in any project on Solana, Ethereum, or any NFT blockchain. So guys, with that said, be sure to watch this video throughout its entirety. Stick around to the very end to hear my conclusion, to hear my statement, to hear my thoughts around this. And I hope that's very helpful and educational. And as always, be sure to hit the button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys, let's get right into it. Right now, the collection is around 373 of these NFTs circulating throughout all the markets, not just Magic Eden. We're using Hyperspace because Hyperspace gives us an overlook on all the marketplaces on how Vandals is doing around the world globally on the Solana blockchain. The total collection is 10,000. The current floor price right now is hovering around 6.63 Solana, and that cheapest one is located at HadeSwap. Now, there are so many different ways that you can look for a different NFT within this collection, but I want to look for the one that has the highest level. Now, the backstory around this is that when this collection first came out, this was the original artwork right here. And then they started to upgrade their artwork by staking your NFTs to earn yourself a vault, which is the native token within Vandals, in order to level up your NFT. Now, what's really interesting is that you can see that people have decided to take profit or sell their NFTs at different levels. But what I think is really fascinating is the entry price, because again, around 6 Solana or higher is actually quite great compared to its original price not too long ago, which was around, I think, 15 Solana, or maybe even higher than that. So it did go up, it definitely pumped. So what we're seeing here is that what's the best deal on this market floor? Well, for me, I think the best deal on here is around 6 to 8 Solana, maybe 6 to 9 Solana for levels between 15 through, I say, 18. So I've seen 15 through 18 levels here. Some of them have already been sold, but that isn't the highest ranking. The highest one that I've seen is 30, level 30, which is a very high ranking within the mythic category. So obviously, if you could find one like this one's right here for 7.9 Solana for a level 16, so obviously to me that's a great deal. And also, if you could find a level 15 around 8 Solana or less, that'd be fantastic. But again, make sure to plan your budget accordingly. So let's go ahead and go right into the chart, because I think that's the most important. So as you can see here, we actually went above 15 Solana all the way up to 20 Solana. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that's actually pretty good. Now, earlier on, when I was kind of keeping myself on radar around this collection, it was actually below 4 Solana. So I was actually looking around here to seeing what they were building, and I wasn't a big fan of the artwork, at least the very first stage. But when they started revealing the second artwork, or the upgraded artwork, which I will show you in a little bit, that's when I started to become bullish. But I started seeing the price go up. And with that said, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to buy in, because I don't want to buy in at the top, and I was absolutely correct on there. Ever since then, we've seen a bleed within that collection. Now, this may not just be the collection itself. This could be because Magic Eden changed their royalties for creators to 0%, and that has absolutely affected the entire Solana ecosystem. So as you can see here, it's taken a far dip all the way below 6 Solana and kind of hovering around there. But we're looking around support level around 4.5 Solana, which is kind of where the price was back then. So keep in mind, if it drops to around 4 Solana, that could be a great entry price as well for you. But it looks like it's trying to pull back up after that. Now, if we look at the listing count, which is right down here, as you notice, what's really nice to see is that we're seeing the amount of NFTs still actually dwindle. So ever since it was August 6th all the way up till today, we've hovered around the 197 to the 324 listed count of NFTs on the floor. So it's hovering between those two, either 200 to 300 something, right? So that's actually really interesting to see that. Even with the price action, with it going up and down, what we are seeing is that the holders are still holding, they're diamond handing. So they're really committed to the project, and also they're probably excited for the reveal of the upgraded art. Now, ever since this point right here around September 9th all the way till today, we've seen a low buying pressure, and that's okay. That means diamond hands are not selling, but also people are not buying any more NFTs. But what I think could actually happen is that I think we're oversold. So I think what we could see is an uptrend of more buying pressure to bring more volume, trading volume into the collection. And I think that's going to happen with the upgraded art. So let's go ahead and talk about that just a little bit more. But before we get there, let's talk about their social media, because on their Twitter page, they had 117,000 followers, which I thought was actually quite outstanding. Now, yeah, maybe some of them could be bots, but nonetheless, that's a pretty high number for a collection. Now, if you look here, I have around 46 people around my network that's actually following them. So that allows me to think like, okay, there's some potential here. Everything that they're building, it just seems like there's a community at hand here. So I thought it was really cool. So let's go ahead and go into the artwork. That's the upgrade. Now, this is the upgraded artwork, which you can tell is completely different from the very first one. And what's really great is that they actually upgraded their artwork quite a bit, and this artwork is looking pretty fantastic in my opinion. Like this one right here with the Pablo symbol, the Bitcoin symbol, the gloves. I mean, it's actually really, really clean art. I think it's actually high generation art in my opinion. Also, we have this one that was actually just released within a couple days. This is a new updated artwork, and I thought it was really cool because it has kind of the rice hat, you know, the ninja star, the samurai sword, and the futuristic mask, and the tattoo. So obviously, there's something that I think that cannot be ignored here, and that's the artwork. And last but not least, let's look at the other artworks. We have the crown, we have the nice, you know, James Bond look, we have like this nice statuesque type of thing merged with this steampunk look, a cowboy look, and also a zombie merged with a spaceman type of feel. So obviously they have so many different traits that I think definitely stand out, but I'm not sleeping on this collection at all. This is a collection I think you guys should definitely keep your radar on. Now, moving on, let's talk about what they're building. So this was posted, I think, within the past 48 hours. And this was Solberry, who's one of the founders, or is the founder of Vandals. He said, another art rework update. Now, progress is all traits, around 144 total, are finished. We have assigned rarity tiers, rough percent, and made our final cuts to the trait that did not work out. We spent the last 3 days testing generations and ended up scrapping a handful of overly ambitious traits. To me, that sounds like that's really good, because why release a collection that could possibly go down in price because people are really unhappy with the traits? This is why it's really good to slowly release things, even though people are, you know, eager to want things in this space. You have to be very patient, but regardless, these guys are actually delivering quite fast, I think, in my opinion. We have started doing generation batches from which we will be composing the final 10,000 Vandals. We cannot promise a final date yet, but when we have the 10,000 ready, we will announce one. Now, in terms of the rarity, he says, I see tons of comments asking for sneak peeks in the meantime while the artwork is not out. We will be creating a Rarity Explorer site where you can view all 144 traits ahead of time. See the rarity tiers and represent acceptance rate of each trait. Expect it to be live later this week to browse. So hopefully by the end of this week or by the beginning of next week, we should be able to see that. This site will also contain the official rarity rankings of all 10,000 Vandals post-reveal, so that's fantastic. We will also be updating the silhouettes sometime this week ahead of announcing how the art rework reveal will go down. If your Vandal is in the gutter, aka has a level, it will automatically reveal on time with no action from you. So if you buy one of those silhouettes that we just saw earlier in the market floor, then you should be fine. It should be able to do it for you automatically. You just keep it in your wallet, let it do everything for you. But they say note, 0% royalties is a huge thing right now, obviously, because of Magic Eden taking the stance of 0% royalties. So he says, I plan to keep pushing for the creators and highlighting issues with it. We are fortunate enough to be sustainable without royalties for a while, but other projects are not. When the time comes, we will involve the community in decisions around the issue, but for now, we'll not be enforcing them in any way. More soon. I think this is really important. This is why I align with Solberry and the Vandals roadmap, is because I also personally do not support 0% royalties for creators. It completely plummets the whole ecosystem. They're the blood and life force of this ecosystem. So why would you do that? And to me, it didn't really make sense when Magic Eden announced that, and also Frank from DGods announced that. But again, they are in much better positions where they have much more liquidity and value locked up as a backup. You know, I'm talking about millions or maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting on the sidelines to be able to last them for the next transition. But up and coming artists or up and coming projects aren't able to sustain, and that they have to figure out something the hard way, which is always very difficult. So keep that in mind. I stand with Solberry on this issue. Now, other things I want to share with you is the Vandal Labs. Now, Vandal Labs is pretty much the parent company to Vandals. Now, what this is amazing about this is that they're using the Vault token, which is the native token, to pay for certain services within Vandal Labs. So if you're a content creator, if you want to start a project, or if you want to start anything within this space within Web3, well, they have services within Vandal Labs that can assist you in guiding that. Instead of paying US dollars for something, maybe if you own many NFTs, you can just stake it and earn Vault. You can just use that Vault token to pay for those services. And that's what's amazing, is that you don't actually have to spend money. You can just use the Vault tokens that you have while holding your NFT. And also your NFT grows in value over time. So I thought that was really cool. And as you can see here, they have many different categories from tech, content, and business, which I thought was really captivating. So obviously they've offered something that I think not many collections can offer. So that's really cool. Now let's go ahead and look into the community and what they've been saying. Now, some people, I want to share with you why basically they acquired this and why we should look forward to it. Now, this person said, picked up a level 2 or level 13 Vandal City Corp, one of the most consistent teams during this market conditions. The team is constantly building and looking for ways to benefit their holders. Confident on this team, is capable OF and the community. I'm just saying, that's really cool. That's always good to hear somebody else. What about Great Lord Kane? He said, added more decently ranked Vandal City Corp to the collection. I swallow, you're all just giving this away right now. I appreciate your service, sweet sellers, and quality paper of your hands. So basically, people have been paper handing this project. All he's been doing is accumulating these NFTs. So that's really cool to see that that's happening. Also, from this person, he said, a great NFT project is measured by 1, its art, and 2, its community. Vandal City Corp has a really strong community, and soon you will see how insane the art is. 10k gigachads about to FS up. Get ready, art will be out within the next 2 weeks, maybe even sooner. Also, we have this person, Soul Jakey, who said this, take advantage of the Vandal City Corp dipping and on sale right now. Just picked up this level 14, one of the bigger convictions to accumulate and hold through the bear market. So obviously he's saying that this is a great time at these levels between 6 to 10 or 20 Solana to get the best rankings for your Vandal Corp. And I thought that was a really good point. And so I wanted to share with you what I did, right? So right now I have 2 of these NFTs. I have level 15 and level 16. And if you're on my Patreon page, you would have been aware and notified when I made these purchases with these NFTs. The reason I'm really bullish on this is because it's giving me all the vibes with an emerging companies such as DGOJ, Degen Sweepers, Slime Goons, so many more. I just feel that once the art is revealed, then people will be aping into the project at these levels, that we will not see 7 to 10 Solana anymore. So again, to me, 7 to 10 Solana is a great deal in my personal opinion. But if you ever want to get notifications when I buy or sell these NFTs, please join our Patreon page down the link below so you can understand and get a first dibs of when I'm going to make those announcements. Now, in conclusion, what are my thoughts around Vandals? Vandals right now, I think, is at the precipice of doing their art reveal, but also at the precipice of something different. And I think that this artwork could be one of the catalyst events to shoot this to a bull run that could catapult it separately from all the other collections. On its own, I think the art reveal is going to be fantastic. Now, what's going to happen with these other NFTs, I don't exactly know. Maybe if you guys do know down in the comments, please leave it down in the comments. I mean, this is something that we all are here to share, and I will be making more videos about this collection as more updates come. But right now, I think if you go to Hyperspace, you'll find the best deals on there. And I don't know if Magic Eden has any blacklist around people who buy Hyperspace, but just keep that in mind. Make sure to follow Magic Eden or Hyperspace to see where their stance is on that. But if you're too nervous to buy this on Hyperspace, then I guess, you can buy it on Magic Eden. But the most important thing I want to share with you guys is if you do buy one of these or 2 of these or 5 of these NFTs, I would want you to consider paying the creator royalty fee, because I think it's just the right thing to do. You do have the option to not pay for it, but I think it would be a disservice to the collection and be a disservice to your investment. So if you do choose to buy these, make sure to pay the creator royalty fee, because I want you guys to support what's going on here. Because again, if you pay the hand or the mouth that feeds you, then you will be rewarded in that way, I think, in my opinion. I think creator royalties is something that we need to stand up for, and I'm glad that Soulberry and the Vandals community is supporting that as well. So other than that, I think the artwork is sick. I think there are some great deals underneath 10 Solana for these great rankings. I think it's just something you should not sleep on. So guys, with that said, be sure to like that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.